The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
All right, guys, welcome back to another KevCAM night class tonight. Tonight have Andrew helping out with any questions or concerns that come along the way. Andrew, are you with us?
Heyo.
All right, so for those, I do see at least a couple new names in here. So for those of you guys that are new, what is this? I have a purse. Well, that's new. Sorry about that, guys. So for those of you guys that are new, we use GoToWebinar to do these night classes. If you guys do have questions, there is a questions pane for you guys, and you guys can type those in there, and then Andrew will answer those right away.
Also, if you guys
bring it up.
Any questions about what the latest fashion in purses are, you saw a little thing there. Kevin can let you know. He's great at cam and fashionable purses. So,
yeah.
So everyone's aware.
My wife must have been underneath my Amazon account, I see. All right. Like I said, for those of you guys that are new, as you can tell, we like to keep this real light and easy for you guys. And like I said, these classes are solely dedicated for you guys. So let us know, if there's something that you want to see in here, something more that you need to go in depth. Let me know, and we'll definitely go more in depth for you guys. And for the guys that are new, we send you guys some SolidCAM swag, a t-shirt and a hat as a thank you if you send us an idea for the night class. So let us know what we can do. And are you going to have SolidCAM monogrammed? Ronnie, we'll take that one offline. I'm not sure what you mean there. So send those ideas over to me via email. And for those of you guys don't have my email address, I just put it into the GoToMeeting chat, so you should see it in there. For those of you guys that are watching this up on YouTube, my email will be down in the description of the video. Don't comment, or if you do have a question, don't comment on the video. Just send me an email, because I get so many different alerts and stuff like that from all around the world of questions. So send those over to me via email, and I will answer those right away for you guys. And I guess with that being said, if you guys come over and on YouTube, all the night classes are recorded for you guys. So if I go to videos here, you guys should see all kinds of live cut videos, the KevCAM night classes, some quick tips and tricks inside the software, all the way down to me sinking my snowmobile in the lake. So check it out. And for those of you guys that don't have the link, I will copy and paste it in there for you. There it is. And make sure you hit the subscribe button so you guys can see all the new videos that we add in there each week. And we do some short videos that Mark does a great job of doing some quick tips and tricks in there. And you'll see me rambling on the hour-long ones here for the night classes for you guys. So, all right, so that's my spiel. Tonight we are covering the drill recognition inside of SolidCAM. So we're going to kind of do a couple different scenarios here. We have a whole slew of different holes here, and holes at different levels. So where the pocket or the drill recognition comes really into factor of if you have drill holes at multiple different depths. So we kind of went through this, oh boy, a long time ago, 2 years ago, just doing the standard drilling strategy. So for each level, you would have to pick a different drilling operation. So for this level right here, and if we wanted to spot drill this level or here, since they're at different levels, we would have to go and create a separate operation for each one. Well, with the drill recognition, you guys don't have to worry about that. So what it does is it pulls data from your guys' hole wizard. So you'll see right here, we have all our hole wizard stuff, and it is looking at that holes at the diameter and the depth of those holes for you guys, and it's going to drill down to that proper depth. Now, like I've kind of mentioned in the past few night classes, next week we're going to be doing hole wizard, and that will actually automatically pick the drill or the spot drill tap, or a if you're doing a counter bore hole, you'll do a spot drill and a end mill to do the counter bore hole up. But we'll get over that next week and kind of show you guys how to modify those parameters for you. But for tonight, we'll just be doing the drill recognition. So I'll show you guys how it works, everything that I can possibly think of to show you guys, and go from there. Okay, so we'll start off with drill recognition. So it's going to look like every other operation in here. So what we need to do first is grab our holes. So what I'm going to do first here is I want to spot drill, all these holes right here. So what I can do is I have a lot of different options over here. I can do by hole diameter. I can do by upper level. I can do by hole height. I can do by color. Or I can do in the manual mode. So we'll kind of go through all these different scenarios for you guys. And I've actually gone through and color coordinated all the different holes in here, so you guys can kind of see how it's grouped together. This is something that you do not need to do. This is just something that I just kind of did just so you guys can see it a little bit easier for you. So what we'll do is start off like anything with the spot drill. So I can just come over here, click find holes, and it's going to find all my holes automatically for me. I haven't set any filters up, so it's going to grab pretty much any hole through or blind holes as well. So we'll hit the green check mark here. And I want to spot drill these. So I'll grab my tool number 2 here. Now, levels is where you go and modify all your stuff. And also, we can also do in geometry here, we can do modifications on those filters also. So if we do edit right here, I can turn on those filters as needed. But we also have something similar in the edit depth. So in here, I have a whole slew of filters. So it's grouping all my holes together for me. So if I click on this group number 1 right here, you can see the holes that are highlighted, the holes right here, the ones that are kind of highlighted in blue right here for us, and it groups all the holes together for us. So you can see I have 5 different groups of all different size holes right here. Well, since I need to spot drill all these, I just want to use one tool, one operation to get this done. So what I can do is come over here, and I'm going to do the auto chamfer, and you'll see I have a chamfer depth diameter. So I can do half the depth, and I can say go 10 thou. And I think I need to do all. Hit apply. So it applies that to all the holes. And same thing over here. If I do half, 10 thou, apply all. And now what it's done is it's looked at all the different sizes here, and it's going to do an additional 10 thou chamfer on those holes for you guys. So if I hit the green check mark here, technology is pretty much just like what we covered in the drilling operation. So we have different orders in here. We can do the default, so how it was picked. And if you're always curious on how everything was picked, we can do a geometry under the show, and it's going to show us the order. Get this kind of rotate around for you guys here, that it's going to start off. So we're starting over on the left and kind of working, doing a zigzag pattern, working our way from left to right, kind of going in the center here and going back over here. So it's kind of going pretty much everywhere at this point. So what we can do is go to our technology, and we can do by shortest distance right here. Or if you guys are looking for a specific direction, what we can also do is do the advance and click on here, and I can say I want to go, in a linear pattern doing a zigzag, or maybe kind of the S shape. So you have a lot of different patterns in here. If you guys are doing holes more grouped in a circular pattern, you guys have the circular pattern right here with a lot of different options. So really cool, and great way to organize how you want your drill. So let's just kind of stick with the S pattern for right now. And you have your tolerance right here. And if you want, you can click the show sorted, and it's going to show you how it's going to approach it. So it's just doing a zigzag pattern, working its way from the top all the way down to the bottom for you guys. All right, so hit OK here. And from right here, we can just do save and calculate. And let's take a peek and see what we've done. So do solid verify here. Whoops. Let me get this rotate around for you guys. And you can see that we just spot drilled all those different holes, all different depths on different levels. So this is really helps you guys out on, not having to pick different levels, picking, certain diameter sizes. These actual holes that are right here in the center where we're going to the full diameter of that spot drill, which is a 1/2 inch spot drill. This one's actually a 5/8 drill hole, and that's why we're seeing, a basic, a full diameter. So we won't get a chamfer on those, but all these other small ones, we'll see a nice little 10 thou edge break on there for you. Okay. So that's using, just doing the spot drill, picking your holes and doing a chamfer at the same time for you guys. So now let's go ahead and do another drill recognition.
It looks like. Yep. Question, Kevin, from Ben.
Let's see. And the spot drill is with a small tip than the large. No, spot drill is. Let me just do a select here. You're thinking the center drill, Ben. So here's the spot drill. So just doing a standard radius. What you're thinking of, Ben, right there is the center drill where you have the smaller tip and with the larger diameter that tapers up like that. So I like going for the spot drill. Okay, yep, perfect. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick all my red holes. Over here, if I go to my SolidWorks, all my F holes, which is my 256 holes, are all right here. Like I said, I just colored these just for an example, and this is something that you guys definitely do not have to do, but just kind of want to show you guys different ways of going about picking the geometry for the drill recognition. So what we'll do is just new, and what I want to do is do by color, and I'll do define, and then tell it everything that's red, hit the OK, find holes, and it's going to find all my holes for me. And you guys can also go through and you can see all the different holes in here. If I just click on one of these, it shows you in a light blue color of what hole it is. So maybe there's a couple holes that you guys don't want in there. Maybe there's a hole, you can select, hit your control key and grab the ones that you maybe don't want, and then you can just right click and say remove. That will kind of deselect the holes for you. All right, so we'll hit the green check mark. So I'm going to be drilling all those red 257 holes for you. So I'll go ahead and grab that drill. And not that one, 257. And my levels going to be already set up here. Now on those ones, those are through holes. So what I'm going to do here is come over here, and I want to do it by full diameter instead of tip. And I want to go, a minus 25 thou, not 250 thou, 25 thou here. And I'll do checkbox all, hit apply. So I'm not just going to go right to the bottom of that part with the tip. Oh, I thought I did full diameter. Oh, maybe I didn't do apply. There we go. So what I'm telling it to do now is to go down to the full depth using the full diameter of that drill bit, and I'm going to do an additional 25 thou pass for you. We'll hit the green check mark. Technology. We can also
Kevin, I don't know if you saw these questions.
Oh, let's see.
Can you still do that with the center drill and still spot all the holes with an additional?
Yes. Yep.
One chamber.
Yep. So what Ben's asking is if you can do that with the center drill versus spot drill, and yes, you can. So for this one, we'll just say shortest distance. Save and calculate. And since we're using a fairly small drill, I'm going to switch it over to a G83 and using a step down of 100 thou. Hit OK. Save and calculate. Simulate here. And we have our holes done. And if I zoom in here, you'll see that we have a nice 10 thou edge break. So really cool. All right. So let's carry on here. Let's go to our 5/8 holes. So we can do our drill recognition again. And this time, I'm going to show you the manual route. So if I want to just manually just pick 1 or 2 or 3 or a couple of holes here, I can switch this over to manual. And then I can come over here and just click on the holes that I would like, and it pulls up the group for me. And if you're not sure what you've clicked before, you can do the preview option, and it's going to show you what holes have been picked and the order that it's going to be going in for you. So to get back, we can just hit resume, green check mark, tool, select, and find my 5/8 drill, 625, perfect. Levels, and that one is a through hole also. So what I'll do is come over here, do an additional minus 0.025 to all, apply, and we'll also do full diameter, apply. And for this one, we can take a little bit healthier of a cut. So we'll just do a G83 again, and we'll do a 250 thou pack. Save and calculate, simulate here. There we go. Let me change up my settings here so we can see each individual pack. Now I know that, did that play a little fast, Andrew? There we go. So now we can see it pecking it out.
Another question here.
All right, what do we got? So does it recognize all the center drill diameter angles? I said spot in the previous question, but I meant center. Yeah, Ben, so what it's doing is it's calculating off of the angle of that center. And here, so it's basing it off of this chamfer up here, not the tip. So you'd have to have a center drill. Well, it will go off of kind of the both, because it's going to look at the diameter here. If that diameter is too small to achieve that diameter, then it's going to move up to a little bit deeper and cut it up here for you with that angle. So, okay. Let's see. So we did the 5/8 here. So now what I'm going to do is, let's go for the yellow ones here. So let's say all these little yellow ones right here, which are number 19.166 diameter holes. So we'll do another drill recognition, do new. And now what I want to do is I want to pick just that specific diameter. So what I can do is turn on my hole diameter, and I can just highlight that number and click on one of my hole diameters. And so I'm telling it to find all the holes that are from 0.166 to 0.166. So that's all the holes that I want to grab, is just the 0.166 number 19 holes. So I'll do find holes, and it found all my number 19 holes for us. Tool, select, and 166, perfect, number 19. Levels, and that one is a blind hole, so I don't have to worry about the edit depth. Pretty small drill bit here, so we'll throw a small little peck on here. And let's just go for shortest distance, because there is quite a few holes there. Save and calculate, simulate, solid verify. And there we go, got our holes. So, okay, so let's take a peek at another strategy, what we can use here. So, let's see, what's this green one? Oh, the 5/16, 18 tapped. Okay. So I'm gonna uncheck all my previous ones here, and we'll do another drill recognition. We'll do new. So what I'll do by this one is I'll do hole diameter of the green, but you'll notice these are this one is the exact same diameter as down here, which is a 257 down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do by upper level. So we'll say from, I want to grab all the holes that are on this level. Find holes. Now it just found all my 256 holes. You'll see that we have a thread only option here too. And that can be also checked to grab that 256 threaded hole. So it will just grab the threaded holes for you guys too. So hit the green check mark, tools, select. So we spot drilled it, so we just need to drill it. So that's going to be a 256 or 257 here. Hit the green check mark. And those are blind. So we can just go over here and we'll do another peck. Data. And we can take 100 thou. Okay. And we'll do shortest distance again. Save and calculate. So now what I want to do is I've spot drilled my hole. I've drilled it out. Now I need to come back and tap it. So there's no need to go through the same process as what we just did. So what I can do now is just do the save and copy here. And the only thing I need to change out is my tool. So if I come to my tap, my 256 tap, save and hit the green check mark, and we're pulling up our tapping option right here. But now, kind of get this into perspective here. So what we're doing is we're starting over here and drilling, come over here, drill. To save yourself a little bit of cycle time, and this is more kind of for the production run guys, is instead of having the table, when we do this one again, it's going to do a tool change, and then the table is going to move over to here and start drilling again. Well, what I'm going to do is I can just leave it where I left off at. So the table we won't have any wasted movement. So what I can do is just click the reverse direction, save and calculate, and now you'll see my start point is right where I left off with that drill bit. So you eliminate some of that movement. I mean, we're talking, very small, but if you guys are doing a lot of holes and stuff like that, or a very large part, as we know, production, all that time can add up in the end. So that is the option right there for you also. Okay, so let's take a peek and let's see what we just created here. So we'll do a simulate, solid verify for that drill and spot or that tap. So we're drilling, and now we just tapped it. I might have gone a little fast for you guys here. Start over here. So drill, and now we're taking that reverse order and going back through and tapping it. All right. What other holes do we have? I'm going to turn on this tool path to see what I'm missing out on here. So our blue holes right here. So just uncheck these and do our drill recognition, do new, and we'll do by color, and we'll do pick from model. So maybe you have an oddball color in there that is, if I do define right here, you can't find the exact color on your color chart here, but everything is thankfully set up by the engineer if you get lucky. So what I'll do is I got this kind of a funky light blue color right here, but I couldn't find it in my little rainbow tree. So what I can do is just say pick from model, grab that, click find holes, and it's going to find all the holes that are that exact color for you. So just a different way of picking your holes. Hit the green check mark, tool, select, and what size diameter is that? 6.76 millimeters. Yep, there we go. Okay, so we got a letter H drill here. Hit the green check mark here. And for those of you guys that don't know, let me just show you something cool too. If you guys are coming in here and adding tooling, and you're not sure on a hole diameter, what you guys can do is come over here, add your drill, highlight the diameter, and then you can come over and click on the actual model, and it's going to fill out that information for you. So if you guys are unsure, you guys don't want to get the tape measure out, you can just, like I said, highlight your diameter field right here and just click on the edge, and it will auto-populate for you. All right, levels. I think that one is a blind, so we don't have to worry about our levels. Technology, it's a 250. Yeah, let's do a PEC of, say, 75 thou. 75. Hit OK. Shortest distance. Now, as I'm kind of going through this, you know, maybe you get like, and I've said this in the past many times, if you guys are coming through here and you guys always want that shortest distance on, we can set that up as the template for you. So anytime you guys create a new drill recognition, the shortest distance will automatically be added in there. Is there anybody in the night class tonight that does not know how to add a template and make that as your default? Feel free to speak up, because if you guys don't know, I'd gladly show you. I don't yet. Okay. So what we'll do?
Know. Yep.
Okay. So let me save and calculate this, and as soon as I get done with this, Ben, I will address that for you. So now we can see, grabbed our holes, we're pecking it out. Let's just do a simulation here. Solid verify. Play it through. Okay, so now we have all of our holes done here. So everything should be right up to size. We'll have a nice 10 thou chamfer on there for you guys in the fastest order possible. You guys don't have to worry about picking multiple different levels. Everything is kind of handled for you, kind of what it says. You know, we're automatically recognizing the drilling geometry for you. So picking it by size, color, shape. Well, one thing I did forget to do is you can do by through holes. So if you want to do a specific diameter, and let's say you have a couple that are through holes, a couple that are blind holes, and you just want to grab just the blind holes because maybe those are taps, you can do it by that also. So a lot of different options in there for you guys. Okay, so let me show you how to create a template. So what I want to do is, every time I add a drill recognition, I always want it to do as shortest distance. So I'll turn that on. I can hit save right here under the templates. So we'll say hole rec shortest. Hit OK. And now I can exit out of here. And what I'll do is close out of the part here. Go to my tools, SolidCAM settings, and we will go to templates, and you'll see right here we have a template for drill recognition, and I have it saved somewhere else. Where is this going? This is metric. I go to inch. I may have to yeah, let me go here. It did not like what I picked here. This is one bad thing, because I use this computer for tech support guys too, so I have different locations set up for customer files versus night class files versus demo files, so apologize. Just give me 1 second here. Thinking about it. Come on. And then we get the womp, womp, womp. All right, so let's figure out what's going on here. Sorry guys, just give me 1 second here. Come on, come on. Okay. I gotta see where my settings are going for that part. Recent parts. All right. So I can do it right here also. Oop, for some reason that came on my other screen. And templates. That one's going to the right one. So we can go to drill recognition, and we can see that I have drill recognition as one here, and I should be able to come over here and grab my hole recognition shortest right here, hit OK. So now, when I create a new drill recognition operation, you'll see that it automatically loaded my template right here. And if I go to technology, it's already set to shortest distance. So real easy to use, easy to load. Let me just see where that's going. Okay, so now if you wanted this from every new part creating going forward, then that's when we come over here and we can go to our global settings. And we'll go to templates. And I need to change the location of this. See, we're not in metric, we're in inch. Templates, default. Okay. And now I should be able to grab my drill recognition. Oh, no, I must have that saved somewhere else. Where am I missing here? Oh, that's in 15. Delete that. Go to 17. Hit OK. Go back in my settings. Now, if we go to our templates, yep. Oh, man, it's going to. Can't get a break tonight. Get rid of metric and go to inch. Make sure let's do browse here. Sorry, guys. See. Users, public documents, inch, templates, default. Okay, so we're going to the right location. Now, there it is. Hole recognition shortest. So now, any new part that I create going forward is automatically going to update with that template. So, Ben, does that kind of help you out? Showing you how to do it? Yes. How are through holes handled by additional depths? I'm sure you went over this before. Additional depths, like a delta, are you talking about, Ben? I think that's what he's talking about. So what I'll show you here is oh, whoops. I'm trying to read and click on stuff at the same time here. Let's see. So it does leave a pop on the bottom. Yep. So that's in your levels. So what I got going on with my computer here? Oh, I got to open on a different screen. All right. So tools. Okay, so Ben, what you're talking is, we'll just open up this one here. You'll go to your levels, click the edit depth button right here. And then right here, you can do a delta drill depth. So if you want to go additional 10th thou pass, so you don't get that little pop on there, and then you're good to go. Ben was saying it can get a little confusing setting up those templates. So what I've done for you guys is, if you guys go over to the YouTube channel and say, type in templates, and right here, this one where it says, I'm pointing at my screen with my finger, SolidCAM templates customize your default operations. This one also walk through it step by step on how to set that up. So if you guys do have questions on this, or if I went through it a little too fast, definitely come check it out here, or shoot me an email and I can send you the link to this video too. So it's just a quick little 4-minute long or 5-minute long video showing you exactly how to add those in there for you. Great questions tonight, guys. Any other questions on the whole wizard? I see a couple more people hopped in before since I last looked over here. Ronnie, do you have anything for me? You always got to have something good for me here. But I don't see any questions. Richard, Josh, anybody? No, all good. No, thanks, Ronnie. Ronnie, was it okay that I gave out what you do last week? I forgot to ask you before. Okay, perfect. Well, I'm here to help you guys out in any way possible, but I don't see any other questions coming from you guys. So with that being said, we'll kind of wrap things up for you. If you guys do have questions on this, definitely feel free to shoot me an email. Like I said, my email address is in the chat for you guys. Or definitely give us a call on the support desk. Any one of us would love to help you guys out and get you guys get your questions answered for you. And for those of you that don't have our 1-800 number, I'll show you right here actually, because they have it for some reason a little hidden. Oops. So if you guys get this, pop up right now, if you guys go to the SolidCAM site, we're in the process of transitioning over to a new server, and they must be doing that right now as we speak, because I had this one open right here and it works just fine. So if you guys call, it's 866-975-1115 extension 2. That's going to ring to any one of us, and it rings to all of us at the exact same time. So we don't have any specific extensions. It's just going to ring to myself, Paul Johnson, Greg Payton, Justin, Mark, Scott, Eric Middleby. So any one of us, it will ring to. So let's see, maybe announce the additional templates between open sessions. Ronnie, you got me a little stumped here. What are you talking about? The addition of templates between open. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Okay, so for those of you guys that were here last week, we were talking about having 2 sessions open of SolidCAM at the same time. And I guess what I mean by that is, let me hop out of here real quick, get out of here, and what I'll do is open up another instance of SolidWorks. And this really goes to reflect off of, we listen to what you guys want. So Ronnie had a great idea of, so we'll do tools, SolidCAM, we'll do recent parts, and we'll do the pocket one that we went over last week. So what we're doing right here is we're having 2 instances of SolidCAM and SolidWorks open at the same time. So Ronnie had the great idea of, so here's our part from last week, and I'll let it finish loading up here. Okay, so here's our pocket recognition we went over last week. So I have 2 things of SolidWorks open at the same time. Now, normally I would not have these on the same screen because, all of us have, 2, 3, 4 monitors. So you can click and drag that off to the other one. But what Ronnie was asking to do is if we could just come over here, highlight certain operations, right click and do a copy, and go to our other one and paste it in to another part over here. We actually had a meeting with Sydney and a couple of development guys Wednesday morning on this, and they are actually getting this added in to SolidCAM 2018, which we're expecting that you guys to have in your hands by summer. So great ideas, and we'll also be able to have the ability not just to right click, copy, and paste, but you'll actually be able to click and drag stuff over from one instance of SolidCAM to another. So great things coming forward. And like I said, guys, we definitely, our slogan is leaders in integrated CAM, but I'd rather more tout that it's customer-driven CAM. So definitely great ideas coming from you guys. And thanks again, Ronnie, for that awesome idea. All right, I don't see any other questions here, so we'll kind of get this wrapped up. Again, I said that already. We'll get this wrapped up here. Like I said, next week we are going to be doing a whole wizard process. And Ken Merritt's going to come in here, and he's one of the head developers on this whole wizard process. So he's going to go ahead and go through the ins and outs of everything that there is to do with whole wizard process, how to modify those, kind of get them set up custom for you guys, and show you that. And for everybody that's in here, and hopefully I haven't lost any of you guys yet, have we done chamfer recognition in one of the night classes? I can't remember offhand, but I don't know if we did a whole night class on it. I know, Ronnie, you want to do the recognition stuff. I just can't remember if we did or not.
Kevin, did you see the question from Joshua?
Can't, okay. Let's see, Joshua, is there a way to change the drill between PEC and drill retract in the same hole? Yes. I think I know what you're talking about here, but let me just make sure. So under the technology, under the data, maybe we just want to do, a first PEC that's larger. You can do by reduce amount. We can do dwells in here. We can just do a standard G81 standard drill. So it's just going to do a straight drill coming right through. See, I can change the parameters on the Mazak to PEC 3 times and retract. You can't pick, sorry, let me get over here. You can't just tell it to do 3 PECs and then figure out the math for you. You just have to give it a value. So we can definitely look at adding that in there for you, Josh. To say that, we kind of did this with the profile. So right now in profile, if you do a helical feature, you have to tell it how much to take per pass. We're going to add it in there to do by degrees. So let's say every 360 degrees, you want to go down at 15 degrees versus 150 thou. So that ability is in there. So I would assume, Josh, we could definitely add that in there. But Josh, if you could, because my brain is kind of scattered this late at night, if you could shoot me an email on that, and I will get that submitted in tomorrow morning with the development to see if we can get that added in there for you. So I would definitely say that shouldn't be an issue at all. All right, and we got one more. IJK PEC might need post version. Yes, a lot of this is, if you guys are opening it up on your end with your post processor, you may see some less in here. You may see more things in here. It's all based off of your VMID file from the post processor. So if there's something that your machine can do in here and it's a cycle, let the post processor guys know, and we can add that in there for you. So like I said, you may see some more, you may see some less. This one, I'm just using a standard Haas SS post here. But if we actually switch it over to the really old Fanuc post, you'll actually see in here, instead of saying G81, G82, G83, it will just say drill, drill with dwell, drill with PEC, that sort of thing. So like I said, it's all based off of what's available on your VMID file that the post team created for you guys. So great call, Rick. Thank you. All right, I think that's it. So what we'll be doing is, like I said, next week we'll do a whole process, and looks like we haven't done the chamfer recognition, so we'll do a whole night class on the chamfer recognition, all the new features in there. And then from there, I'm kind of out of ideas at that point, but I do have close to 20 different emails from you guys, 20, 30 different emails of night class ideas that you guys want to see on your guys' part. So we'll start diving into those going forward. So, all right. Let me ask you guys this. And like I said, I want to kind of base this off of you guys more than anything, value your input. When we started the night classes, I went through and did a 2D, I think. Let me just double check real quick. I think I just did a 2D class. So we covered face mill, profile, pocket drilling, thread milling, all in one night class. Would there be any, would you guys be interested in doing a night class just on face milling so we can spend more time on these ones? Or, and before I get too far ahead of myself, let me just take a peek here. If I go to videos, I'm gonna go down to scroll through all these videos here. Yeah, see, I just did 2.5D standard part right here, and then a 3D mill. Would there be interest in going through in a more in-depth with the face mill, more in-depth with profile and stuff like that? Any takers, or do we call that portion good and understood? Anybody? In-depth is good, always important on details. Good, feed my brain. Okay, so it looks like we're getting, I'll feed your brain as much as I can, Greg. Okay, so what we'll do is, I think kind of going forward, and I feel bad I'm kind of rambling here. Going forward is we'll finish off the recognition ones here. Then we'll go over your guys' suggestions. I've got a lot of great ideas from, Ronnie and Ben and Greg and George of ideas to show in the night class. And then once we're through those customer ones, then we'll kind of go back through these ones right here, but we're going to go through, instead of trying to cram all of these into in a night class, we'll do one each individual. So we'll kind of come up with a bunch of parts for you guys, showing you different ways of kind of going about those. So, but thanks for all the great feedback, guys. Like I said, this is for you guys, so you let me know what you want to see. But all right, guys. Well, I'm gonna let you run here. I'm gonna go plow some snow tonight. So for those of you guys that are in warmer weather, think of me when I'm plowing tonight. We got a good fresh 5 inches of snow after Easter. So what I'll do is kind of end it off here. I don't see any other questions come through. So thanks again for attending the night class, and appreciate all the great feedback and your guys' suggestions and ideas, and for sticking through me rambling on here through the night class. And Andrew, got anything else to add before we wrap her up here tonight?
Nope. Thanks, guys.
All right, guys. Well, if I don't talk to you in the meantime, have a wonderful rest of your guys' week, and we will talk to you next week with the whole wizard master. Well, he's kind of the master of everything, I think. Ken Merritt, one of our developers for the whole wizard process. So your brains will definitely get fed next week, let me tell you. All right, guys. Have a wonderful week, and we will talk to you guys next week. Bye, guys.